Hey, welcome to Travelzilla. Make sure to follow us on social media. Previously on Travelzilla, we've climbed all the way up to the top of the dome of the world-famous Cathedral of St. Mary of the Flower and to the top of the adjacent bell tower for some of the best views of the city. I've shown you the incredible Piazza della Signoria and the Old Palace as well. We've been to the world-famous Galleria Uffizi, where we've seen some of the most important pieces of Italian Renaissance ever. So what's next? Now it's time to visit the Galleria dell'Accademia, check out Michelangelo's David, and the world-famous Ponte Vecchio. Let's go! Ponte Vecchio, or Old Bridge, is a medieval arch bridge over the Arno River at its narrowest point. It's believed that a first bridge was built here in Roman times. So that's one of the main bridges here in Firenze. Very, very famous. And now we're gonna walk on it. The bridge has dozens of overhanging shops whose glittering treasures delight visitors' gaze as they pass by. The bridge is made of wood and stone, and in the 1300s it underwent a few reconstruction projects due to severe floods. Ponte Vecchio is very unique because it isn't only a bridge, meaning a functional structure for crossing the river. It's also a road lined with shops. It even has a little square with a fountain, which makes it different from any other bridge I've ever been to. In the 1400s, the bridge was home to many rowdy grocers, butchers, and fishmongers, all activities that produced a lot of noise and unpleasant odors. So in order to improve and clean the bridge, making it more pleasant, Grand Duke Ferdinand I decided to evict the merchants and replace them with goldsmiths and silversmiths. This happened because Florence was changing from a typical medieval city to one of the main centers of the Renaissance. Very close to Ponte Vecchio there are many shopping streets. One of the most famous is called Via del Tornabuoni, home to some of the world's most famous brands. From there, we checked out the cathedral at night once again on our way to our hotel. The next day we visited the Galleria dell'Accademia, also amongst the world's best and most recognized museums. The art gallery houses a very large collection of paintings by several Florentine artists, mostly between the 13 and 1600s. It's a much smaller and more specialized gallery than the Uffizi, but is also one of the best known in Italy. It includes works by Paolo Uccello, Domenico Ghirlandaio, Sandro Botticelli, and Andrea del Sarto, as well as large numbers of Florentine Gothic paintings and a large collection of Russian icons. Check this out, this is the 13th century painting room called the Florentine Gothic Room, which is one of the 3 rooms that form this section of the museum. This part of the museum is also dedicated to some pieces from the 1200s. Several gold-backed altarpieces are on display as well. All Gothic paintings displayed here are on wood, such as the painted crucifixes and other religious artworks. This part of the museum has rooms dedicated to the famous Ocaña brothers and to Giotto and his disciples. The star of the show here is the world-famous David by Michelangelo, a masterpiece of the Renaissance created in marble between 1501 and 1504. It's 5.17 meters tall or 17 feet tall. The statue represents the biblical hero David, a very favorite subject in the arts world of the Florence of that time period. Because of the nature of the hero it represented, the statue soon came to symbolize the defense of civil liberties embodied in the Republic of Florence. The eyes of David, with a warning glare, were turned towards Rome. The statue was moved to the Galleria dell'Accademia in order for it to be better preserved. That happened in 1873, and later it was replaced at its original location by a replica. The Gypsoteca has found its permanent location in the hall that already was the women's ward at the old San Matteo Hospital, then incorporated to the Academy of Fine Arts. The works on display belong to Lorenzo Bartolini, one of the most important Italian sculptors between the 18th and 19th centuries, acquired by the Italian state after his death. Almost all plaster casts are original models shaped personally by the artist himself. The exhibition is completed with some paintings of the 19th century masters who have studied or taught at the Academy. Tickets to the Galleria can be pre-booked online for an additional cost of €4. Tickets cost €12, but attention! If you're under 18 years old, regardless of your citizenship, tickets are free of charge. The museum opens from Tuesday to Sunday from 8:15 a.m. to 6:50 p.m. But attention, at 6:20 p.m., the ticket office closes down.
So we're here at one of the train stations in Firenze. You know, the best way to travel through Italy is via Trenitalia, it's by train. So we just came here from Rome, it was great, you know, an hour and a half, pretty quick. And now we're going to Milano. So if you come to Italy and you want to travel through different cities, Trenitalia is the best way to do it, okay? Here we are.
The Trenitalia ride from Florence to Milano takes an hour and 40 minutes if you go direct, and tickets cost about €30. I can't stress the fact that this is the best way to go from Florence to Milano back and forth. Actually, it's the best way to travel through Italy. Next on Travelzilla, we're going to visit the wonderful city of Milan, home to one of the most beautiful Gothic churches in the world. And yes, we're going to go all the way to the top of this marvel of Gothic architecture. We are going to get some laundry done, visit some old friends, eat some pizza, and show you the city. Well, while you guess the meaning of this sculpture, I'd like to thank you so much for your precious time. By now, you've definitely become a Travelzilla already. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your time. See you in Milano. Arrivederci. Bye bye.